Hey guys, James here. Thanks for tuning in to another video. Today I am here to talk to you about branding, of course, and today's topic specifically is the importance of consistency when you're building and growing your brand. We're going to talk about 5 different reasons why it's important to maintain consistent branding. And keep in mind, when I say that, I'm talking about more than just your visual branding, although that is very important to have a consistent visual branding. As usual, if you end up liking this video, please consider liking and subscribing. If you don't like this video, please tell me in the comments what I could have done differently. Thanks for watching, guys, and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we are back. And like I said in the intro, we're going to be talking about brand consistency today. We're going to go over 5 different reasons why it's important to maintain consistency with regards to your brand. And like I said in the intro as well, this is about more than just your visual brand, although that's very important and probably the easiest way that you can start working on consistency is to make sure that everywhere people see your business, your website, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, whatever, printed material, your storefront, swag, all that stuff. Make sure that the visual brand is consistent, and that's just a pretty easy sort of first step. And it might even be obvious to some, but you'd be surprised how many times I've seen businesses with inconsistent visual branding. It makes you wonder when you look at one thing and then you look at another. You're like, oh wait, is this the same business or is it possibly a different business with the same name? You definitely don't want that, right? You don't want to confuse your customers. So um, that's not even one of the 5 points. Just something I just kind of wanted to throw in there. It might seem obvious that your visual brand should be consistent, but it's not always obvious to some people clearly. So figured I'd throw that in there. But let's go ahead and start talking about the 5 points that I mentioned. The first reason why consistency in branding is important is because it helps you to build trust. So consistency in your branding helps to build trust among your customers because when a brand presents a consistent image and message, it creates a sense of reliability and dependability. It gives your customers something they can count on, basically. Um, and as we know, as any business person who's been in business long enough knows, trust is very important. If your customers don't trust you, they're not going to purchase from you. Second reason is consistency in your branding increases your brand recognition. So kind of like what we talked about, this is mostly about visual branding. If you have a consistent visual brand everywhere, then it's just going to increase your brand recognition. Obviously, it's easier to recognize your brand if your brand is the same every time someone looks at it. If they're looking at a different brand, here versus there, it's going to be hard for that brand recognition to grow and catch on. And kind of related to that is the third reason: it enhances your brand image. So consistency can enhance the overall image of your brand. When a brand presents a consistent message and image, like we said before, message and image, not just visual image, it helps to establish your brand's identity. It helps to solidify it more and differentiate it from competitors. Um, if it's not consistent, if you're kind of saying one thing here, but you're kind of saying a different thing there, it's going to be harder for you. You're differentiating yourself from yourself at that point, and that's not the goal. We're only trying to differentiate ourselves from our competitors. We're not trying to create, multiple personalities here. Um, Fourth reason, it builds loyalty. Consistency builds loyalty, and kind of going along with trust, loyalty is very important. If you are trustworthy, you'll get business, you'll get customers. But if you want repeat customers, you're going to have to maintain that trust, and you're going to have to build loyalty. You're going to want loyal fans who keep coming back to you. either to buy the same thing if it's a consumable, or maybe to buy something else. Maybe you have multiple offerings and they purchase one thing, and now you want them to come back and purchase something else. You're going to need to establish some loyalty, and consistency in your branding can help to do that. When customers feel that they can rely on your brand to deliver a consistent experience, they're more likely to become loyal customers, because if your brand is consistent, they're going to assume that your products and offerings are consistent, meaning, oh, I liked this product that they sell, so I'll probably also like this product that they sell. If your brand isn't consistent, they're going to be wondering, how consistent you are overall. And they're like, well, I did like the first thing I bought, but that doesn't necessarily mean that, everything they offer is going to be good. So you want a consistent brand to build that trust and to build a loyalty, and to convince your customers that you can and will provide a consistent experience throughout. So, fifth reason is consistent branding supports your marketing efforts. There's a lot of people who try to kind of drive this wedge between branding and marketing. I think that's silly. Um, if you have a consistent brand, this can actually support your marketing efforts by creating a clear and consistent message that resonates with your customers. When marketing efforts are consistent with the brand's overall message and image, then they're more likely to be effective. Kind of goes back to what we said before. To be honest, a lot of things that I say, I'm actually referring to marketing. So, I talked about building loyalty and providing a consistent experience. Well, how do you provide that consistent experience? With marketing. You can have a great brand, but if you don't go tell anybody about it, what's the point, right? And that's what marketing is. Marketing is going out there and telling people about your brand. And so if you're presenting a consistent brand, that's just going to make your marketing efforts easier, and it's going to drive more sales. You're going to, even if you don't increase the number of leads that you pull in, you will increase the number of those leads that actually convert, which could, that's just as important. If you can keep your marketing dollars the same, but increase your revenue because more people are actually converting, that's obviously a huge plus. And having a consistent brand can help to make that happen. So that's it for today's video, guys. Those are the 5 reasons why a consistent brand is important. Like I always say, if you liked any of that, please consider giving me a like and subscribe. If you didn't like it, I would honestly love to hear in the comments what you think I could have done better. If you disagree with one or all of those points, let me know. I'd love to have a conversation about it. I'll catch you guys next time.